Appreciate it, Larry. It's our exclusive coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. Today, after a crazy opening weekend, it's on to week 2, and we've got it. The children will groan. It's the final weekend of summer, but we've got the NFL, and we're underway on EA Sports. This is fielded at the chalk of the 10. And a good effort on the return there. Gets them across the 30 to the 33-yard line. So here come the Bills on offense for the first time. They'll be led out by their veteran quarterback, hailing from the University of Notre Dame. It's Jimmy Clausen. First carry now. This is Johnson. It's a gain of 13 and a Buffalo first down.
It should go without saying that anytime you run the football well and get a nice chunk of yardage, that means the offensive line did their job and did it really well. But let's give them a little more credit than that, because all week long, offensive line meetings, they're going over adjustments, counters, when the line shifts, all those things that go along with it. And yet, you still have to be physical, and that's what they did on the first play.
And this O-line, it is the lifeblood of the offense.
They established the tone. Mean, nasty, physical. They can't wait to get after people. That allows the rest of the offense to feel confident.
Second down, Johnson. And Johnson lost the football. It's loose, poked out. And they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line. Opening drive fumble, and the 4 miscues that they had last week. 4 turnovers, Charles. So this is a bad trend.
And, Brandon, you and I both know that they didn't just ignore what happened last week. They focused on it, tried to get better. And when it happens here again in this game, the head coach is going to see that as a direct reflection on his message to the team, and it's not sinking in.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on 2nd down.
Set! Green 39! Green 39!
They'll fake the handoff. Now Keenum. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. The turnover put him in great field position. They don't want to squander it with 3rd down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
Throwing is Keenum on 3rd down. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs. After getting that turnover on the first drive of the game, you'd hate to just stall out the momentum, go 3 and out. They're able to avoid that there.
Yeah, we talk about complementary football all the time, but I think it's a little bit deeper than that. Defense went out, forced a turnover, gave the ball to the offense. It's now the offense's responsibility to pay that off for them, to show respect to them. Hey, you guys got us a turnover. We appreciate it. They want to continue their drive.
On 1st and 10, Keenum. And that is incomplete. A little too much oomph, too much mustard there on that pass.
They really turned it loose, didn't they? Really cut loose with that one. Sharp, strong. Didn't lead to a completion, though. Made it very difficult.
10 yards still left on 2nd down.
Green 39! Green 39!
Again, Keenum. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And that's going to lead to a 3rd and 12. Well, they tried to swing it on left into the flat, complete, but really nice open field tackling.
And they played that one like a great boxer. They were on their toes on that one. They weren't back on their heels reacting to the play. No, they saw it, came right for it, and made a nice tackle for lost yardage.
Throwing on 3rd down, Keenum. His throw caught at about the 5. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. A nice job there, Charles. They picked up the blitz, were able to complete the pass.
That had the total feel of a quarterback in control. Red blitz, got him into the right protection scheme, so he doesn't get hit back there. He's got a chance to step up with supreme confidence and deliver it downfield for a nice completion.
Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
They'll lose a yard, and it brings up 3rd. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is a time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
On now, it's Blair Walsh as he'll try the field goal here. Less than an extra point attempt here. This is an 18-yarder. And Walsh able to convert it as his kick is good. And the Patriots jump out to a 3-0 lead. So they take it all the way to the 1-yard line, but in the end, they opt for 3.
I know if this was a video game, they never would have gone for the field goal because, Brandon, who kicks field goals in video games? But you've got to make sure you get points, and that was as easy a 3 as you can get.
You kick field goals in video games. That's who kicks field goals in video games. Now the Bills offense gets ready to head back onto the field. And last time they coughed it up, led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it.
Could you sense the relief, though, when they only gave up the field goal? And they were able to trot back out on the field and start this drive with a little more pep in their step because they didn't cost their team a touchdown. But they know they've got to do it a lot better than they did on the last possession.
The coach will just be relieved, though, if they recoup with a score here, right?
I think the coach will be ecstatic to see them pick themselves back up and now take it downfield, punching the end zone without turning it over.
Counting down toward the midway point in quarter 1. They stay on the ground on 1st with Johnson. And he'll get across midfield and down to the 48-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. And quickly, let's check out the New England defense.
Malcolm Butler burst on the scene in Super Bowl 49 with his iconic interception of Russell Wilson to seal the deal for New England. What it underscored, his ability to understand what offenses are trying to do, put himself in the proper spot. That's something he's done throughout his career.
So the offense now dealing with a 2nd and 7. He'll look to throw. And his throw here's incomplete.
Let's face it, perfection is something we all chase, whether it's playing this game or whatever we do. Hard to attain, but that's what they were searching for as that pass goes incomplete.
Here we go now.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he's able to get it to the 31, and that's enough for the 1st. It's a pickup of 17 on that one, and a Bills 1st down. Now a play fake here on 1st down. And he's taken to the ground, but he was pulled down by the face mask. Here come the flags. And I believe this is going to be a 1st down.
Face mask. Defense.
So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it is going to be 15 yards.
First down and 10 now for the offensive group. Following the penalty, it's Johnson. And not much. Maybe a yard down to the 23.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on first down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run. So what will they do? On the ground, through the air? Let's see. 2nd and 9. On play action, they'll throw. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
Well, that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
Yeah, blink of an eye. That happened fast, and a big sack. So it's 3rd and long, and defensively, not a real surprise. They're in the dime. They're going to look to throw. He hits White, complete. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions, and I'd hear 9 from the receivers. That meant fly route, go. Look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
And this is up and good to make it 7-3. So that drives 7 plays in length, and it culminates in a Bills touchdown. Here's Franks now to kick this one away. Short boot, take it at the 21. And a great return, solid field position. He's up all the way to the 45-yard line.
At some point, we're going to get it through our heads. Special teams, special teams, special teams. The spark that often wins games.
So the Patriots coming out now. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
That goes as a gain of 11 and a Patriot first down.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
On 1st and 10, here's Keenum. And they take him down. The Bills get to him.
One thing they definitely like about this youngster is his motor. He is full throttle on each and every snap. Loves to get after the quarterback, and that has to feel good to him right there. His first career sack.
On 2nd down, here's Keenum. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a 3rd down.
Here we go now. Green 39. Green 39.
Keenum to throw on 3rd and 1. A bullet throw, but incomplete.
You absolutely have to have this early on, right? 3rd and short, they elect to throw for it, and that's normal NFL football. They're going to throw on 3rd and short, but you've got to hit it, don't you?
Yeah, in the first quarter, like you said, to set the tone, can't connect there. And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. This one angles out of bounds at a good spot in the coffin corner. And they're going to mark this out of the 5-yard line. The Bills offense coming out, ready to take over. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
And they'll start the drive on the ground with Johnson. And he'll find a little space. He gets us up near the 10. Back to throw here. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in. And they insert their dime package, 6 DBs here on 3rd and 6.
Expecting pass all the way.
Here we go now. Green 39.
He'll drop to throw. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
It's a great job by this secondary. When I watch them, they remind me of elite defenders on a basketball court, right? They want to contest each and every pass.
Great contest on 3rd down to bring up 4th. Here's Lachlan Edwards now, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. And now a low liner. I think he mishit it. And they'll be set up with great field position as this is going to be touchdown right at the 40-yard line. The Patriot offense now set to come back out onto the field. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. The numbers for him from a week ago, and you figure that he'll probably be a big factor in this one as well.
No question about it, partner. We just saw right there they want to get him the ball in space and see what he can do after the catch.
Green 39. Green 39.
And before they can run another play, the clock hits triple zeros. And time is up on the first quarter. 7-3 the score. EA Sports NFL Sunday returns following this.
The NFL on EA Sports is presented by Snickers. You're not you when you're hungry. Snickers satisfies.
Alongside Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin, it's the Patriots in possession to begin quarter number 2. They face a 2nd and 7 to start things out. From the gun, here's Keenum. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains. Now a first down throw. Keenum. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack.
Okay, was it a breakdown in protection? Did the running back not pick him up? What does it really matter? Sometimes it's just a great play made by the defense. Big-time sack.
Now Davis. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. 6 yards on the pickup, and it's going to be third down and a ways to go here. 3rd and 14. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him, so when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there. You know, every time we talk with people about the most important quality for a quarterback to have in the NFL, what do they usually cite?
Arm strength.
Yeah, and that's really way down on the list. Accuracy is one of the bigger ones, maybe the foremost one. That's what he needed on that play.
And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. And now out come the Bills. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage. The
leverage.
Big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and give these guys. Low man wins. Let's go do it on this drive.
We'll watch that leverage on this drive. They begin the drive with Johnson. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
And frankly, Brandon, we're talking about things I'm not sure we ever thought we'd talk about in the NFL, and a lot of that is the speed at the linebacker position. A lot of these guys in college, they were safeties. They moved them up to outside linebacker to combat the spread offenses, and now we're seeing it in the NFL. Those same guys using their speed to make plays in the backfield, similar to that one.
Again, it's Johnson. And a short gain there as he'll get it up only to about the 24. Give him 2 on that run, and they're still left looking at a 3rd and about 9 to go.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. 16 yards there, and the Bills have a 1st down.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. He's fumbled already once, Charles. I'm not going to say that that was in his mind there, but I'm sure that during some of these plays he is mindful of it.
And once you fumble the ball, you know what your team tells you and your coaching staff? Take care of it, rest of the game. And that does get in your mind a little bit, and sometimes that slows down your effort in trying to get free from tacklers.
And the defenders know it too. They sniff that out, don't they?
Everybody wants to swarm the football. You know what the rule is. First guy hold up the runner, everyone else try and get there and strip the ball free.
The Bills on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Looking to throw. He gets it left side to Johnson. The Bills passing game, getting them down the field. They've got another 1st down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
He's going to air one out, and it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
Sure, that pass was incomplete as they made an attempt to get a big one downfield, but that's okay because the second part of that is if you don't get the completion, at least you've told the defense you're trying to stretch them out a little bit, and they may have to change accordingly.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. The 20. Wide open receiver complete. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 15, just shy of the 10. And that one results in 35 yards.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, That's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory.
A gain of 3, second down.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense, and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll bring up a third down.
Count me as a little bit surprised by what we just saw there because this has been a pretty long drive, and normally you think that wears down a defense. In this case, looked like the offensive line let them down a little bit.
Yeah, allowed the penetration and the ability to stuff them for a loss. Now a stoppage here as we've got a Bill shaken up on the play. We'll check on his status when we return to Orchard Park. So now it's Andrew Franks on for the field goal. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. And Frank's kick is good. And they push the lead up to a touchdown now at 10-3. So the drive takes them inside the 10, but it ends with just 3.
And a nice job defensively to rise up and make sure they didn't get in.
Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. Now the Patriots offense, they work their way back out onto the field and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win second down. And guess what? You start accumulating first downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
Now it's Keenum. And that'll be incomplete.
Sometimes the coverage is so good, no matter what you're doing on offense, you just can't shake anyone free. They try their best to find someone open, but they took away every passing alley, every angle, and shut the play down.
Keenum will try again on second down. And he fires one incomplete.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense that fell harmlessly to the ground. On third down, here's Williams. 4 yards on the pickup there, but it's going to take him to fourth down. Here's Swayze Waters now as he's on to punt for New England. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Taking it about the 36. We're pretty woeful there. Just 23 yards on the punt. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Looking middle, and it's incomplete.
After that throw, and it was definitely one that he would love to have back, I wonder what's going through his head. I wonder what kind of mind game he's playing with himself to get himself back on track. Because a lot of guys, that's what they do. They have little triggers that when the mechanics are off or if they make a bad throw, that they go to that place to get themselves back in sync.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
I know we're just in the second quarter and there's a ways to go in this game, but that's a second drop. I'm wondering if that's a little bit of an alarm bell for them when they start calling plays on the offensive side of the ball.
His eyes already looking upfield on that last one before he brought it in. And not even back to the line of scrimmage this time as they're on him quickly once more. Well, that play was doomed right from the start.
They just about ran into every defender on that one, didn't he? It felt like everyone got a piece of that tackle.
Now Edwards to kick as he sends it away. It's taken to the 26. Only 29 yards on the punt there. Definitely not his best. And the Patriots take over. Our first look at the NFL scoreboard comes from Green Bay. Early lead in that one for the Packers. That one tight to this point, and you'd have to imagine it'll stay tight throughout. They'll run it now out of the gun. Davis fighting. He loses the football. Now this is picked up by the Bills. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line.
The psychology of the game never ceases to amaze me because you would think there would never be a fumble from what we hear from coaches all the time, right?
And how much they practice not fumbling.
Practice it, preach it, talk about it all the time. You would think no one would ever turn it over. Yet they are humans out there running around, and we just saw another one.
Opportunistic by the defense. Decent chunk of yardage still left here. 2nd and 7.
Green 39.
They'll look to throw here. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38. Eddie Goldman in there to get him his 2nd sack now of the afternoon. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
2 minutes to play here in the first half. Back to Buffalo after this. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll pay a visit to Larry Ridley in Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report. The Bills on 3rd down. They've hit 4 of 7. This is going to be 3rd and 13.
Hang on now. Green 39.
They'll look to throw. And that is incomplete.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. And this one's out of bounds. Should be inside the 10, I think it is. At the 6-yard line. There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. They've given him some touches. They haven't had a lot of success on the ground. Do you maybe keep going to that well, or do you mix it up more? On 1st down, Keenum. And this is incomplete.
Well, they're slinging it, and then there's one you got to put a timer on, huh? I mean, that one came in hot.
That came in hot, but overthrown out of his reach and incomplete.
Here we go. 319.
Back to the air. Keenum on 2nd down. And he whips that one incomplete there. Trying to get it to Clay that time. And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they had incompletions on 1st and 2nd down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. If you don't pick up the 1st down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
On 3rd down. That's Williams. And this time he's going backwards. So after the no gain on the last attempt, here they get him behind the line. So a defensive timeout, chance to regather, regroup, and get set as we resume action. And he'll try and hurry the kick, gets it away, but it's not looking that great. And here's a fair catch now, and boy, a very short punt will give them unbelievable field position. Here again comes the captain of this offense, leading his crew back out there now. He's played a pretty clean first half, a touchdown, no interceptions.
Frankly, that's what they expect out of him. They want to see the ball thrown and thrown well, and he's able to do that and put it in the end zone. They'd love to see more of that before this game finishes. But right now, he's got his team in a good spot.
A good spot, maybe looking for touchdown pass number 2 here in the second quarter. And he's brought down. Give him 18 on that one as the Bills are going to have a first down.
For many teams, the evaluation of tight ends has really changed. We used to wonder about how they would block first and foremost. Now we want to know how these guys can run because we envision them in offenses, catch the ball. How much yardage can they gain after that?
And that on display there for a good pickup. Around the NFL, second quarter in Indianapolis. It's the Colts in that one that have grabbed the early lead. And we'll keep you abreast of how that one shakes out. A first down carry here for Johnson. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. And before this second down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout, as he'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. See if they stay on the ground for second down. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. That's complete right around the 8. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. 4 yards on the play, and that leads to the 1st and goal.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And this is caught for a Bills touchdown. Brandon Cooks, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Bills will extend their lead. And that'll give them a 2-score lead here, but I'm looking ahead. They just want to hold it for the final moments here in the second quarter. They don't want to give up anything on the other side.
No, not at all, because if they don't, it almost had the feel of an imposing their will score. And right now, they want to make sure they keep that and carry it into the second half.
Now Franks for the extra point. It's up and good, and that makes it 17-3. So that drive, 4 plays, and it ends in a Buffalo touchdown. Here's Franks now to kick this one away. This is taken near the 13. And a good return. He's across the 35-yard line, right around the 36. Around the NFL, they're in the second quarter at Lambeau. Early lead in that one for the Packers. I have a feeling that one's going to stay tight throughout. We'll continue to monitor. Getting set to go again as we look at the back, heading onto the field again. He's just been looking for some space. Yeah, I'm not going to pin it on him or the offensive line, but They need to get this run game going better.
Sometimes you just have to credit the defense. They came in with a plan themselves. So I think now you try and mix things up a little bit. Get the ball in the hands of some other people, find some other playmakers, but always let the defense believe that he's still a threat.
I was going to say, don't forget about it.
No, don't take him totally out of the game. I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. Here's Keenum, firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. Keenum going to throw on 3rd and 1. That's caught at the 25. Now the Patriots will use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. So the offense a little antsy. The flag comes out and a 5-yard penalty.
False start, offense.
Now they nab the rookie there for the 5-yard penalty.
So much going through his head. You know it just has to be, right? All of his assignments and realizing every game he plays, one of the better players in the league will be opposite him.
Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they'll burn the timeout with 5 seconds left. A chance to try to add 3 points before heading to the locker room. And Walsh able to convert it as his kick is good. Around the NFL, second quarter in Indianapolis. Now you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. That one tight to this point, and you'd have to imagine it'll stay tight throughout. This will be taken short. So the drive stalls out, but they are able to put 3 points on the board.
Yeah, just a yard or two shorter than an extra point, so no problems converting there.
Thanks, Brandon. I'm Larry Ridley, and welcome to our EA Halftime Report. The Bills have to like how they've played so far. The Patriots came into today's game coming off an impressive win, but they'll need to turn it around to find their way back in the win column. So let's take a look at the highlights from the first half. Bills on offense. First quarter winding down. Bates got to get to the quarterback here. This will go for a loss of 8. Sticking with the same drive. Clausen's able to squeeze the pass in here, and that goes as a 31-yard touchdown. Bills go up by 4. First and 10. Robertson's going to push his way to the QB here. This will go as a loss of 10. Bills have it late in the first half. Clausen's on target here, and a quick 3-play drive ends with a score. Bills up now by 14. So that'll do it for us here in Orlando. For the call of the second half, let's hand it back over to Brandon and Charles. Brandon.
And it's a short kick taken out beyond the 20. And they're going to wind up with pretty good starting field position as they get it up past the 35. Now the Patriots gearing up to go now. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. So 2nd and 9, the defense looking to put them in a bad spot here. Keenum. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Well, not to get too overcritical there because he knows what he's doing, but his shoulders looked a little off kilter there when he threw that.
I don't think you're being overly critical there. You're just analyzing it, and he gets those shoulders right. That pass will go from incomplete to complete.
New England on 3rd down. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This is 3rd and 9. Here's Keenum to throw. And he's going to drop this off to Williams, complete. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. It'll be a gain of 6, and that's going to make it 4th down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
35 yards that time on the punt, and out will come the offense as they take over. They'll try to get the offense going with Johnson. And he powers his way up past the 30. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
Third quarter, and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
They go to Johnson again. And he'll get this up only to about the 33. 2 yards the gain there, and now they're left with a 3rd and about 4 for a first. The Bills on 3rd down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. This is 3rd and 4. There's Johnson. He's been busy this afternoon. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. 12 yards that time and a Bills first down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball, protect this lead, give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. So the run moves the chains, and here we go on first down. They'll drop the throw. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Now that's staying ahead of the chains. Really good pickup on first down, hitting the tight end there. Now brings up a 2nd and manageable.
Just found a hole in that zone. They'll set up to throw. Throwing right, and that's complete. And he's brought down. 14 yards, and the Bills will get a new set of downs.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
And a short gain down to about the 33. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
That's a really nice play, able to stack that one up. When they get back in the huddle, he's got to tell his guys up front, great job. They kept people off of him, allowed him to run free and make the hit on the runner.
Filled the gap nicely, kept him to just a 1-yard gain. Now a handoff. Johnson. No dice this go around. He's hit behind the line and taken down. And Johnson dinged up a bit. Still down. Hopefully nothing serious. We'll check on his status when we return to Orchard Park. Now play number 7 of the drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 10. Back to throw. He's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. They'll pass up a field goal attempt. It would have been a 45-yarder. Now they'll go for it on 4th. And now movement and a whistle, and they may have to rethink their plans on 4th down.
False start, offense.
That's going to set him back 5 yards. Here's Lachlan Edwards now as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. It's a wobbler here. And this will be out of bounds, and they spot it at the 15-yard line. Not too bad. On the NFL scoreboard. Third quarter now in Lambeau. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. We'll keep you updated on that one as it progresses. Now flags come in. Looked like one of the Patriots might have moved.
False start, offense.
So that'll back them up 5. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively.
Let's go. Boom,
Working from the gun, Keenum. And he slings one that's incomplete. Second down now after the incompletion. They'll run it now out of the gun. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Nothing there, no gain, and now they're looking at a 3rd and 15. New England on third down. They've converted a third of their opportunities, 3 for 9. This will be 3rd and 15. Now Keenum. Wide open receiver complete. 18 big yards on that one, and a New England first down. So they're on that play. Offensively, they ran the crossing route. Defense was in zone coverage, so as a former DB, how tough is it to defend that?
It's really difficult because your natural inclination is to chase the receiver and maybe leave your zone. So you have to have discipline in order to talk to your other coverage guys and let him know that that receiver's crossing from your zone to the next zone. He's coming your way. Make sure you have him. And then when the ball is actually thrown, secure the tackle. When they're moving on crossing routes, if you miss a tackle, it usually results in a big play.
They go again with Davis. Found a little room there as he's up to about the 37. Call it a gain of 4 there, so it sets up a big play here. 3rd and a yard.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Now Keenum. Hard throw, incomplete.
We're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. That's taken on the 25. A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. On the NFL scoreboard, third quarter now in Lambeau. And it's the Cardinals who have scored to grab the lead there. And we'll keep an eye on that one as our game goes along here.
Here we go. Green 39. Green 39.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
He decided to run a hitch route. It really helps to have a guy who can turn it loose. And, boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
Here's a 20th carry for Johnson. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Officially, no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8.
But he was stopped on that play. But he's had plenty of carries all afternoon. Every now and then the defense is going to win one, but I don't think they'll shy away from handing it to him the rest of the game.
All right, here we go. Blue landed.
He'll look to throw. Looking for White on the deep ball. And the defense loses him. It's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before getting this inside the 30. They chalked that one up as a gain of 34 on third down. Great patience in the pocket. Of course, it's easy to be patient when the protection's good, and it was.
Yeah, you've got to pat those guys on the helmet and say thanks because they gave him plenty of time to stay back there, survey the field, go through the reads that he wanted to, and deliver the ball accurately. That was really well executed.
All right, here we go. Green, 39.
Back to throw now on first down. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. Well, the numbers have been good in the passing game, and certainly a big reason why they have the lead. But now here, third quarter, maybe go to the run game a little more?
Yeah, perhaps. I mean, after that incompletion, a little credit to the defense for shutting them down on that play. Maybe you try and run the football a little bit more in this spot, but they have to feel good about how they've been throwing it overall.
Set. Green, 39. Green, set.
Now back to throw. Toward the left sideline, but it's incomplete. The Bills on third down. They've converted 6 times and could use a 7th here. This is 3rd and 10.
Here we go now. Blue, landing.
They'll set up a throw. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. And, Johnson dinged up a bit. Still down. Hopefully nothing serious. We'll check on his status when we return to Orchard Park. So here we go. The offense is going to stay out there. They're going for it on 4th and 8. He'll drop to throw. That is caught at the 7. And he picks up the first as he's able to take it down to the 7-yard line. The decision to go for it pays off, and now they're set up 1st and goal.
Well, the field goal attempt was well in hand. They had that, but they decided to go for it anyway. Extreme confidence, it looks like.
Yeah, but I bet the defense is going to remember this one, right? They kind of rubbed their nose in it. And that'll move him a little closer as he takes it from the 7 down to the 4-yard line. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now here on EA Sports. It's the Bills with a lead and the football here to begin the fourth quarter. Williams will try again. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. Calling a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal. And in this situation with the lead fourth quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
Only a yard there, so it brings up 4th and goal.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
And Frank's kick is good. And that will get the lead up to 14. So they settle for just the 3 there, but clearly anything helps when you're trying to salt one away here in the fourth.
Without a doubt, I think a touchdown would have been the final nail. But 3 does give him some breathing room and lets him build up a little cushion.
And he's all the way up across the 40 and down at the 42-yard line. Great return.
There's no downplaying that we all knew that this was a critical possession, and to get a return like that to start things off, That's the spark that they needed. That's the spark they were looking for.
Now the Patriot offense set to take over again. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
Looks like the defense in press coverage here.
Let's go.
Keenum again here on 2nd and 10. And this one's incomplete. So a 3rd and 10, and defensively, a dime look, 6 DBs. From the gun, here's Keenum. And now another one thrown incomplete. I don't know, he had to be pretty quick with his fingers to start and stop after the ball hit the ground. I'm giving him some credit.
Well, I'm thinking about the mental focus, you know?
Yeah.
The mental focus.
Yeah, that's true.
Got to stay with it.
That's true. Here's Swayze Waters now as he's on to punt for New England. And here's a very low line drive, almost whiffed on it. Fair catch signaled for and taken just shy of the 30-yard line. Just a 25-yard punt, not what he was hoping for by any stretch. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Over the middle, it's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a gain of 13 and a Buffalo 1st down. Well, I'm sure he likes this performance a little bit better than last week. He had the 3 interceptions here, none in the 4th quarter, and he's got his guys in front.
Guaranteed he put in a tremendous amount of work this week, but maybe the matchup is just better for him. Sometimes it just doesn't work out. It's almost like those golfers. Certain courses fit their eye, and they like what they see, and other courses, as soon as they tee it up, they know they have no shot. Maybe that's the difference for him. Last week, no. This week, a big yes. Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect him to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
On 2nd down, Williams. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains.
2nd and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on 3rd down and pick up the 1st down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the 1st down. That's exactly what they did.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down. I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you?
And nothing but daylight ahead. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. Jonathan Williams, his 1st touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Bills will add on to their lead. Around the NFL, they're in the 4th now in Green Bay. And the Pack, they have taken the lead late in that ball game. A win would be their 1st of the young season. Franks to add the PAT. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21 points. Five plays there on that drive. And the last play, a really nice run that culminated in the touchdown. Here's Franks now to kick this one away. This will be taken about the 12. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. Out comes the New England offense to see what they can do this time. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And
the Bills are going to get him as he goes down. And no matter what the situation, the O-line just hates that because they feel like they didn't protect little brother back there, right?
Man, that's just so difficult for them because just think about every single play. When you decide to throw the football, you're dealing with some of the best athletes on the planet. You talk about guys, if they weren't playing football, they'd be starring in the NBA at power forward. It's a really difficult task.
Trying to go back to Clay that time, and it's third down. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden the secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better. We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Well, at this stage of the game in the second half, down 3 scores, I guess they felt like they needed to push.
And let's face it, with this deficit, if they give up another score here after they didn't get it, does it really matter?
Right.
It really doesn't. They had to go and try and make something happen if they had any chance of winning this game.
He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Well, that's a pretty good drive starter right there, and I don't know, partner, if you're even thinking about sitting on the ball right now. They may just want to run their regular offense.
In plus territory, and as an offensive coordinator, you don't want your team to go into a shell, do you?
No, you really don't, because as soon as you take your foot off the gas, it's real hard to put it back on and mash it, because once everyone's emotions come down, hard to start them up again. So I think you may want to keep them cranking high right here.
Looking to throw, and this is going to be incomplete.
Perhaps they overthought this one a little bit. They've been running it real well on this drive, and it was 3rd and short, okay? They decided to throw the football incomplete. Yeah, they might have thought just a little bit too hard about that play selection.
So now here comes the field goal team for the 3rd time today. Right hash, 37-yard attempt. Now Mariota on 4th down. They pass up the 3, fake it. It doesn't work. Well, I see what they were trying to do there. You pop up your holder, roll him out. You got the option to run or pass. This didn't work.
Not at all, and the communication was excellent defensively to make sure that receivers were covered as they escaped from the line of scrimmage, because that's supposed to be a surprise to everyone, and that's how they get free. People forget their assignments on defense. That didn't happen. And think about the guy rolling out with the football, looking for an open person, no one there.
Helpless feeling.
Helpless, because that gap between you and defenders now is going to close, and close quickly.
Trying to go back to Clay that time, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
When we talk with people about what we think the most important quality for an NFL quarterback to possess, what do people usually say?
Arm strength, and he showed the arm strength there.
Yeah, pretty good bullet pass he threw, but he wasn't accurate, was he?
No.
Listen, you like mobility, but accuracy, first and foremost, is what a quarterback needs. He didn't possess it on that play.
You got the big lead defensively, willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle him after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
And he will find his man on the end route, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
And there's another completion to the tight end. And let's face it, it is hard to overthrow a 6'6" target.
It is indeed. Quarterbacks like their speed guys. They like that huge 6'6" target that they've got in him.
They really do, and it reminds me of what one great tight end told me once. He told his quarterback, just make sure you throw it up there. You know, kind of like put up in the top shelf where the kids can't get it.
Offense looking to avoid a 3rd and long. It's 2nd and 10. Keenum throwing once more. Underneath to Davis. It'll be a 2-yard gain, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
And the 3rd down pass falls incomplete. It's been that kind of a day so far throwing the football. It just seems like nothing going right offensively.
Yeah, it's a catch that should have been made, pure and simple. And look, everything else that goes into running a good pass route, throw it all out if you don't catch the ball.
Been that kind of game throwing the football so far. Nothing going right offensively.
Here we go now. Blue landed.
Now a 1st down throw. Keenum. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
On 2nd down, here's Keenum. Now he drops it incomplete, and their struggles continue here.
Timing is crucial in any route thrown, but when you throw an out, so many things are going through the mind of the receiver. Catching the ball, timing it up with the quarterback. Are my feet going to get down inbounds? On that play, all those things going through his head.
And he's in. Touchdown, Patriots. So that's the rookie's first trip to the end zone, and I think it's safe to say one he'll always remember.
Oh, without a doubt. That one is going to be imprinted forever. And nowadays, we're seeing rookies make a greater impact at that position at receiver than ever before. I think mainly because of the sheer volume of footballs that they catch in college.
Blair Walsh on to attempt the extra point. And he's got it to make it 27-13. 2 scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. And the Bills are going to recover. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Let's go.
Now a 10th carry. Here's Williams, fighting his way down to about the 35-yard line. Only a gain of a couple there. That leaves him needing about 7 here on 3rd down. Time for a break. We're back to finish this one off after this.
Set. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
A first carry for Matt Days. And a short gain down to about the 33. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ballgame. Here's Lachlan Edwards now as he's on for the 5th time here today. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. This one angles out of bounds in a good spot in the coffin corner. And they're going to mark this out of the 5-yard line. Very tough spot here for the offense to start. On 1st down, it's Keenum. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they're going to have this one up near the 30-yard line. That one goes for 24 yards. On 1st down, Keenum. Quick hitter here, it's complete. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage, even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
Now the Patriots will use the second of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down. Throwing is Keenum. And he fires one, but incomplete.
I'm not sure we could spot any tendency here on this third down. They could have run it or passed it. Either one was available. They chose to try and get it through the air, but they were unsuccessful.
They'll run with Davis. And he is not going anywhere. They stop him for no gain. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and it would appear the Bills are going to win the football game. So with that, we can just about close the book on this one, Charles.
Yeah, what's the old expression about slim and none? Well, Slim just left town on that
They're
one.
down to none?
Yes, exactly right.
Now the defense will burn their third and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. The Bills on their way to victory now as they take the knee. And with a 3rd and 13 here, the defense in a dime look. Down to a knee one more time, and that should just about do it. Here's Lachlan Edwards now as they're forced to kick for the 6th time today. And Charles, I think with